everybody. Thanks for stopping by. So, about 2 months ago, now, at the time of filming this, we got chickens and started, obviously I had to put together Coop. And so, about to take a journey and see how that all came together. Luckily, I had some materials lying around, which saved me a good amount of money. I originally went out with the intention of building this coop for under $100, and honestly, without inflation and lumber prices being through the roof, I probably would have achieved that, but lumber was like 2 times what I was expecting to pay. I haven't really done too much construction projects. I mean, I did some at the beginning of the pandemic, but not a whole lot since, so I didn't realize how expensive wood has gotten. So at the end of the video, I will do a breakdown of the final cost for what I spent, and then I will try and rough estimate based on those prices the remaining cost for the things that I have laying around, and just based off of what I paid at the time of purchase. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video and show you the build. Sorry it's not the most detailed, intricate footage. I tend to get way more into building and then remembering to make sure I get video of me building. So let's get into the get into the build, and I will see you guys at the end. All right, looking at the progress, and I know it looks chaotic right now, but bear with me, it's coming together. Okay, doesn't look like much yet, but just use your imagination with me and picture it, and I promise you, you'll see it. It's coming together. So a little bit more of the skeleton to frame out. Pretty much just got to box in this area here, which will be our nesting boxes, and then we just got to finish the upper boxing for the back wall, and then we get to start facing stuff in. So see ya when I see ya. Chicken coop progress update. As you can see, I've got my side door here, and this is so I can get in here and clean the coop out. We've got this one that goes up and down, and it'll be latched for getting into the eggs. I just got the first part of the roof on, got our window there, put another window in here. Can't really get too much into it, but that's the current progress. I'll keep you updated. As you can see, clouds are rolling in, wind's picking up. I'm trying to get this roof finished up. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time, but I want to get everything secured up at minimum. So I'll see you guys at the next update. Coop update. You can see we got it roofed, painted. Got some more of the same liner I got for the roof in here as an extra. This is the only area left to paint, is the nesting box. Getting all the chicken wire on. You can see I got that side done. So strip across this side, and then got it wrapped around there and there, so we'll have access to down there. I got this 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch plywood buried pretty deep down there on the back wall. So we got this, and then we'll just have to figure out the door / gate area, and we're in. And then the final thing is so like over at this point, we're gonna get some bird netting and just kind of run bird netting up from up here kind of drape it over and just kind of seal in the top here, so that we don't have to worry about any of the hawks or buzzards or whatever. I might want to swoop down and get to the chickens, keep them safe from that. And so we are nearly done. We'll chicken wire in this little window. Probably gonna put one more window in on the door probably, and then I think that's that. Pretty much be wrapped up at that point. Okay, update on the chicken coop. So got the chicken wire and on this side buried, and then I'm probably gonna come in and do some more decor and stuff. I got it running all the way up both sides. And we've got some over the roof here. I'm gonna get some bird netting that'll go from the shed here all the way back across to like this point. So this whole thing, and we'll have it draped on the roof here, secure it all in. So the whole thing will be secured. And then built this gate. So I gotta get some hinges to mount this, and then a latch to secure it, and then that's gonna go to the front here. And then I guess really all that's left is finishing the gate, getting the roof. This thing's pretty much secured. I'll start bringing in some mulch, and got some real deep broken down wood chips and whatnot. Start kind of building up a little bit of a layer in here, and then just general compost. Throw my weeds out into here, and make sure it's got a nice biodiversity of bugs and plant life for the chickens to forage off of. And then I imagine we'll be able to hang food and water containers down here underneath the coop. And that should be good. I got some more plans. We're gonna eventually kind of expand this area over to here. Kind of do like a quarter hoop house down this side, back it in or whatever for the meat chickens when we start running meat chickens, so I can kind of do the brooder slash have like the space for them to raise up, since we're not worried about nesting boxes and whatnot for them. And then in between meat chicken runs, that'll serve as like an extra space where I might end up putting in some kind of little gate over here that lets them in and out, so they can have access to the extra space. So that's future plans. Maybe in a month or two we'll try and do that. We'll see. It's June now. I'm hoping in July, by the end of July, we can get our first thing meat chicken. So we'll just see. But yep, I think the coop's pretty much done. And we even got the little window screened in. Got some sticks for roosting, and then really last step is just to paint this board, both sides. Just needs a couple coats of paint and it's done. And I think the coop will pretty much be wrapped up at that point. So probably another week tops and the girls will be moving into the coop. Okay, so it's like a month after that last clip, not because it took me a month to finish this, but apparently I just forgot to film the final showing of it. So I guess it's kind of good in a way, because I've kind of done some things to it, as you can see. We ended up running into a coon problem, and first we lost coons through this door. So I added a second latch down at the bottom, so now they can't pry, because I'm pretty sure the very first coon we lost got like yanked out through this door because it was secure up here. There's no other breaches and yet I've lost a chicken, and here was the most activity. So that was my initial assumption. We haven't lost any through the coop since. We did end up losing 2 more after that. Coon got into the coop. He just made his way up over. Obviously the bird netting was not sufficient. Coon can just climb his way up the chicken netting and get in. So I ended up using pallet wood, and I created this kind of roof structure here. As you can see, it's directly mounted to the shed, and then it's just slatted all the way across so nothing can make its way down in there. And then I kind of had to do this little structure. So far this has kept everything out. It's not my final rendition. I want to like clean this chaos up a little bit more up here, and I'm just using the leftover door, and it's really just rickety and thrown together, kind of like the new door. Goes up to here, and it's all braced in so nothing can get up and around it, because as you can still see by some of this dirt and shit, that at one point the coon was getting in through here. So I ain't dealing with it no more. But yep, and you see I got the window screened in. We ended up putting in a few branches for roosting bars, and then they've got food and water in there, and then they can just free range out here. I throw them whatever they need. And then this is the start, super rudimentary start to where's going to be the meat chickens. So I'll bring you along on that one, show you that one later as we get to it. But this for now is the final product of the current rendition of the chicken coop. As you can see, girls love it. So, and then all this extra wood and whatnot's pallet, so it's all free. Didn't add any more cost to the budget, and that is obviously the best part. So I think that's pretty much going to conclude that. That's the chicken coop, and we ended up with let's see, 80 square foot run, and a, as this is, a trying to think, sorry, brain fart. Trying to think of the final dimension. I ended up coming out to be like 4.5 foot by 6 foot, so a 24 foot coop, 24 square foot coop, and an 80 square foot run currently for my 6 chickies. Cutting it a little close, but I think we'll be all right. And then, like I said, they'll have occasional access to this extra run area when I'm not running meat chickens, which I'm hoping to only have to run meat chickens a couple times a year, so we'll see. Alright, so let's grab a sheet of paper real quick. Let's grab a pen, and let me go over numbers really quick. Okay, so the sheet of plywood, well, the sheet of that that board that we used was $30. I think it was like 28 and change, but we'll just call it $30. I spent $30 on the 2x4s. And Then let's see, it was $25 for the white paint. It was roughly $30 for the chicken wire, and by the end we ended up needing 2 of those. And then let me see, let's go 10, which is called $20 total in hardware, and that's going to include the screws, the poultry nails, and the various latches, eyelets, and such. So let's say that was about 20 bucks. So I know the initial shopping trip at Lowe's, what I thought I was going to spend $100 on ended up being $150. See, what was that at? 30, 60, 90, 110, 135. So, you know, probably somewhere roughly around that plus tax gets you to that 150-ish mark. Feel like there's probably a little bit that I'm missing, but so you're talking 130. So 150 plus, let's say another $30 for that bit of plywood that I already had. Altogether, or probably had at least a full sheet, if not a little bit more. So we'll say at least $30. And then, how many 2x4s did I use altogether? Probably like, I don't know, not too many, maybe $12 worth of 2x4s that I had laying around. So we're looking at another 40 bucks roughly. So this coop cost about 190. So yeah, roughly $200 all together. By the time that I was done with it, I put in about $200 into it. So you could, if you're debating on do I spend the money and build it myself, or do I just spend the money on a pre-built, for me I would say if you can free range and you don't need as much size, then by all means spend that $200 or $300, whatever you're planning on putting in, and get yourself a pre-built. From what I've seen, they look really nice, they're solid, you know, everything you need is there, but they tend to be smaller, especially for the cost. If they're going to be kind of contained to their run, like mine, we have raccoon, hawk, cats, fox. I don't know. I have a lot of wildlife out by me, and we already lost 3 chickens to raccoons, and I'm just not willing to take the risk of letting them free range. So for me, spending the money and building something and getting the larger size was well worth it. So anyway, thank you so much for coming on this journey with us. I hope that it was at the very least somewhat entertaining, perhaps a little bit insightful. At the very least, I hope I inspired you, gave you some ideas, what to do, what not to do. And if so, if I helped you at all, gave you a moment, any kind of entertainment, please hit that thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a video. Around here, we are working on building our little homestead. I literally moved into this property, renting it from my aunt, moved in December. Yep. And then by March, I had the greenhouse up, I was getting the garden prepped, and just with the way inflation's going, with the way food prices and availableness is coming, I want to see how self-sufficient we can become in the most dire of times and in the shortest period of time. So if you want to come along this journey and along with us, and hopefully learn something together, build a community, and let's just get everybody self-sufficient. You know, if we're all self-sufficient, that's how you create abundance. So, and then you can use that abundance to share. And that's my hope and goal, is to create an abundance of knowledge and resources that we can then spread out in an abundance to each other and help each other grow, because that's the only way we're going to survive this as people, as coming together. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't miss out on a video. And if you have any information that you'd like to share at all on raising chickens, on coops, on dealing with wildlife, anything at all that you'd like to share, drop that in the comments below. I hope to see you all again soon.
Okay.
Until then, bye-bye.